paradise. Virtues and merits of the Prophet pbuh and his companions. Bukhari. Book 4. Volume 56. Hadith 659. Narrated Rabi bin Hirash. Uqba bin Amr said to Hudayfa, "Won't you relate to us of what you have heard from Allah's apostle?" He said, "I heard him saying, when Al-Dajjal appears, he will have fire and water along with him. What the people will consider as cold water, will be fire that will burn things. So, if any one of you comes across this, he should fall on the thing which will appear to him as fire, for in reality, it will be fresh cold water." Hudayfa added, "I also heard him saying, from among the people preceding your generation, there was a man whom the angel of death visited to capture his soul. So his soul was captured and he was asked if he had done any good deed. He replied, 'I don't remember any good deed.' He was asked to think it over. He said, 'I do not remember, except that I used to trade with the people in the world, and I used to give a respite to the rich and forgive the poor among my debtors. So Allah made him enter paradise.'" Hudayfa further said, "I also heard him saying, once there was a man on his deathbed, who, losing every hope of surviving, said to his family, 'When I die, gather for me a large heap of wood and make a fire to burn me. When the fire eats my meat and reaches my bones, and when the bones burn, take and crush them into powder and wait for a windy day to throw it, that is the powder, over the sea.' They did so, but Allah collected his particles and asked him, 'Why did you do so?' He replied, 'For fear of you.' So Allah forgave him." Uqba bin Amr said, "I heard him saying that the Israeli used to dig the grave of the dead to steal their shrouds." Bukhari. Book 4. Volume 56. Hadith 669. Narrated Jannat. Allah's apostle said, "Amongst the nations before you there was a man who got a wound, and growing impatient with its pain, he took a knife and cut his hand with it, and the blood did not stop till he died. Allah said, 'My slave hurried to bring death upon himself, so I have forbidden him to enter paradise.'" Bukhari. Book 4. Volume 56. Hadith 810. Narrated Anas bin Malik. The Prophet noticed the absence of Thabit bin K. A man said, "O Allah's apostle, I shall bring you his news." So he went to him and saw him sitting in his house drooping his head sadly. He asked Thabit, "What's the matter?" Thabit replied, "An evil situation. A man used to raise his voice over the voice of the Prophet, and so all his good deeds have been annulled and he is from the people of hell." The man went back and told the Prophet that Thabit had said so. And so, the narrator, Musa bin Anas said, the man went to Thabit again with glad tidings. The Prophet said to him, "Go and say to Thabit, you are not from the people of fire, but from the people of paradise." Bukhari. Book 4. Volume 56. Hadith 819. Narrated Aisha. Once Fatima came walking, and her gait resembled the gait of the Prophet. The Prophet said, "Welcome, O my daughter." Then he made her sit on his right or on his left side, and then he told her a secret and she started weeping. I asked her, "Why are you weeping?" He again told her a secret and she started laughing. I said, "I never saw happiness so near to sadness as I saw today." I asked her what Prophet had told her. She said, "I would never disclose the secret of Allah's apostle." When the Prophet died, I asked her about it. She replied, "The Prophet said, every year Gabriel used to revise the Quran with me once only, but this year he has done so twice. I think this portends my death, and you will be the first of my family to follow me." So I started weeping. Then he said, Don't you like to be the mistress of all the ladies of paradise or the mistress of all the lady believers? So I laughed for that.